Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, and welcome to the DK19 channel, where it is the weekend. So here on the channel, we're going to be doing some Dungeons and Dragons. Let me just turn that light on so you can see me a little more clearly. Nice. We do have the majority of the team here, kind of, sort of, weirdly, because Pook would normally be here, and in fact is going to be here. He's restarting his PC because he's installing all the settings for his new mic, old mic, new to. He's changing some stuff with his mic and is in the process of restarting his PC, so he's going to be joining us shortly. But we have got Grokash, who's played by Badger.
Howdy.
We've got Dakota, who plays Nemea, because I've done it the wrong way around now. It should be Nemea, who's played by Dakota.
Hello, everyone.
I've got a Nimriel, who's played by Ty.
Yo.
And this is going to be a massive surprise to any regulars to the channel, which is that we don't have a frickin' rolling hammer.
Yeah. Wait a minute,
Go.
I just got a message. God, he can't join. Okay.
You can't join. Nice of him to let us know beforehand, before, that was really fucking decent of him. Why? I don't even care. Message me why.
I will do.
Right, okay. So last week, what the party were doing was they were going through their last day. Going through the elements of their Sunday. Basically like the Sunday afternoon, essentially, before they headed back to the guild hall to begin their final preparations for heading into their examination dungeon. The Silvertown Adventuring Guild have this process where when you apply to join the guild, you are formed into squads. You have a little bit of, there's some stuff that happens off camera, as it were, where the characters take a bit of time to get to know each other, and then they are thrust into an assessment dungeon experience thing where the mages are able to conjure up this like a dungeon instance, very similar to the magic of Mordenkainen, and Leomund's tiny hut and all that sort of stuff with it, but much bigger and much more grand, and having multiple people working on it at the same time. It's called the Randomly Generated Dungeon Experience, or the Raggedy, and they have that as their assessment. And then once the idea behind that, as a play mechanic as well, is that you are not so much forcing on the players, but giving the players a very specific reason why their characters are together. The only thing that the players had to come up with is why their character wants to join the guild. Everything else, in terms of why they are going to stick together, is then put on them by the guild of like, this is why you're sticking together, because we've put you in a squad. Deal with it. So it's like some very gentle railroading to ensure that the party does actually leave the tavern, because I've had that happen before, where a party has not made it out of the tavern. One of them where the tavern turned into a crater. Thank you for that, sorceress. But yes, so that's what we're going through. They've had their assessment, and that was their opportunity to see how their characters work together in terms of abilities-wise. They have just finished a week of downtime in Neverwinter City, which is their opportunity to actually roleplay with each other a bit more and get to know the who of the characters, as opposed to just their skills and their stats and what they're actually capable of in a combat scenario. So now that they've now that they've had an opportunity to get to know each other as combatants, and an opportunity to get to know each other as people, they are a more well-rounded unit and squad. That is the idea. But they are now also going to be going through their actual full examination dungeon, which is another one of these dungeon instances to test their mettle properly and make sure that they are what the guild is looking for. But before sending them into that realm, they are going to get another week of quick prep time. Now, instead of being the Neverwinter City week, where it's all done like day by day by day, and we've had it so that some days will even take up more than one session to go through a single day of activity, this is basically going to be a much simpler thing of like the players have been thinking about what they want to do with their characters, how they want their characters to progress. And then this is like, what are they going to be doing in terms of prep work before the dungeon to kind of start going down that route. I've already made the players aware that should their characters survive this dungeon, they will be reaching level 5. So that's another part of the whole progression there as well. So yeah, this is an opportunity now for the players to start laying down some groundwork for their characters in next progression steps, and potentially getting access to some other things maybe a little bit ahead of time. The example that I've been used on this is in the Sunday Walls group. We have a druid who is planning on multiclassing into being a monk, and he currently is actually able to use a monk weapon already. He has a monk spear, so he can use his dexterity instead of his strength, because he is god-awful in combat previously. Yeah, so he can use this spear already. But is not proficient in it. So even though he's hitting and attacking with the Dex ability, doesn't add proficiency modifier to the attacks. So that's not going to wait until he does actually reach his 5th level and take it into Monk. And yes, you're right, Gem did not die, yet, anyway. But she's also feeling much better. It was just having a particularly horrible asthma day for her on Monday. But we'll be catching up with her again this Monday. So, party, who is here now? Have we been rejoined by Westlaw? Did he sneak in whilst I was doing the intro stuff? There is a Westlaw in the channel. I can see him there, but I know he has been. I can see him lighting up. I'm hearing no audio from his mic, so I'm thinking that maybe possibly still having a couple of issues with the mic there. So right, yeah. So when we last week anyway, last session. Last week for us, last session for the players. Earlier this evening, technically for the characters, they were finishing up their time in Neverwinter. Now, I do believe everyone had already finished up everything they wanted to do, because I think it was. I think Pook is Westlaw. Your mic is lighting up. We're not hearing anything.
Oh, no, can hear stuff there. That sounds like distant sounds, though.
Yeah. It sounded like it was like you could hear a door or a cupboard opening.
Yeah.
This is very peculiar. Please bear with us. Technical difficulties.
He's looking for a tin of beans.
Yeah. So, right, guys, whilst we're waiting for that, I'm going to start up a boss fight. Who's going to come with me and see which boss we fight up against? Because if it's just one or two of us, then it's going to be the training dummy. With three of us, it's going to guarantee the direwolf. If we can get more of us, we can get a bigger, better boss. Let's see who there is. All you need to do is do exclamation point boss, and you can join the scrap. And basically, this is going to just get some coins at the end of it. It's a fun little thing we can do whilst we're waiting for this stuff to sort out. Where's my? There it is. That sounds like a return of a whistle.
It does.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
There you go. Sounds amazing as well.
Yeah, wonderful. I think that's the first time I've been told I sound amazing.
You know,
Um,
Westlaw,
it was worth it. Yes.
I turned you down the very first time we were on Discord together, down to 20%.
I think I did as
The
well.
quality is really good. I just thought it was really quiet, so I thought I'd check and just realised that I did that.
Yeah, I had you down to about 60%, so I'm going to put you back up to 100 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the
back
qual-
to
the-
100%. I
Yeah,
meant it.
yeah, the quality is good.
Quality is good.
The quality deserves being back up to regular volume.
Oh, that's very
So-
nice.
As I was saying, last session, I do believe everyone had finished up with everything they were doing, and there'd been a weird run through the markets chasing after a goat, hadn't there, Grokash?
A goat. Wolfie,
Yes. What is Wolfie?
a party member.
What's
Fucking not.
what's
A
what's,
companion.
what's their race?
Well, man. Well, I don't treat my party members based off their race. It's
No.
2018.
Oh, we got the giant spider. So yeah, that's
I
if
think-
if
I think
more, yeah, we need a few
Mutton,
more
mutton
rules.
is their race.
No.
Right.
I've just realised I don't actually have, for the first time in about a month, I don't have a spoon on my desk, with which to stir my coffee. That's really annoying. What have I use a penknife.
I mean,
Sounds legit. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
if you need a spoon to stir your coffee, you're not drinking it fast enough, man.
He likes to enjoy it in pieces, apparently.
Well, I put a bit of sugar in my coffee. So yeah,
Ugh.
just a little bit. just a little bit. So yeah, we were there was a chasing of a goat through a marketplace, and it was eventually discovered that it possibly hadn't been trained properly to begin with. Maybe a vital step in the plan had been left behind, been left out.
Look, hindsight's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I hear that a lot. Let's just turn on. There we go. Let's get some more doing this. So yes, you are currently it's got to like that 5:30, 6 o'clock sort of time. You're all the party had all rejoined at the let's change the panel we're on. Party had all rejoined at the Blue Stallion. And what we're going to do is I'm going to leave it on this one as well, in case because you guys might want to take a journey back into Neverwinter on your own time, as it were. So yeah, you're loaded up into your cart. You have Fellatio Hornblower, I believe, is your guide.
Oh, fuck.
The dwarf,
yeah.
the dwarf, the dwarf Fellatio Hornblower. He rejoins you again after having basically spent his entire week just relaxing in the tavern, and keeping to himself. He loads you all up back into the cart, and off you go, clip back to the guild hall. Once you get to the guild hall, anything that was ordered for you in terms of things like uniform, all that sort of stuff. Once you're shown back to your barracks, it's all any items like that were all in your foot lockers at the base of your beds. So if you haven't already done so, or if you've made a note on it that it's yet to be collected, you can make an adjustment to your character cards, your character sheets that basically says you've got whatever anything that was on pre-order, as it were. So that's all available to you now. Ty has just had to nip off to grab himself his food because he mistimed how long it would take in the oven. Yeah, so you've all got now. It's explained to you that your slot in the examination dungeon is next weekend, and you've got a week to do any final prep you need to do in terms of if you want to do any particular training, if you want to make another journey on your own time back to Neverwinter to try and get yourself some supplies. Whether if you want to do any particular research or anything for things, whatever it is that you want to do that you feel is going to be that absolutely vital thing, that last moment things you can do to make you be so that you're 100% ready for your journey into the dungeon. You have a week to tend to that. Is there anyone who is already prepared with their stuff who would like to go first?
Yeah, Pook's prepared what he's doing.
What would Pook be doing? Let me grab my notebook.
So in the dormitory, Pook is going to take one of the tables there, and he's going to set up his alchemy equipment there. And he's going to spend his time working with the herbs he bought from the market before we left Neverwinter.
Yep.
And he's going to craft as many healing potions as his little fingers are able to.
Okay. I actually looked something up for this, and it hasn't. I didn't say it was a bookmark, so I'm a freaking genius.
Yes, you are. I was going to read up on it, but I presumed that you might want to do something different with it, so...
Brewing potions is a relatively simple thing.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's because potions are technically magical, so it's a bit of a weird thing of like, does it count as being magical item or non-magical item? I mean, I would say that I would say that a basic potion of healing isn't a magical item. I would say there needs to be at least a greater healing potion or stronger, where you can then start infusing magic into it.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is it's technically magical, but it's not like you're adding magic to anything. You're just bringing out the latent magical qualities already present in the materials.
Solid. What did I miss?
Pook is brewing potions.
Yeah, I'm just... just reread this bit again. For healing potions, for a person proficient in the herbalist kit, will take 10 days to make. That seems a little bit absurd, frankly.
It does a little. I mean, if that's the rule you want to play with, fine. But it does.
No, that seems a little bit absurd. Because it's saying in order to make it, you'd also need to pay half the cost of the value of the item, which in that case would be 25 gold pieces. But you've already bought the resources anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just seemed it just.
So
I mean, I can see what they're doing.
Including time for like finding the stuff. Is that?
I can only think it. I can only think it must be. Yeah, so this means you spend 25 gold and 10 hour days of crafting to create one healing potion at 5 gold a day for the 50 gold that a healing potion costs. Where there's only just the downside to it takes a very long time for just one item. Personally, I'm working on home. Hang on, I think I found something here. Bear me just a second, just quickly read this.
Okay. Pook things as usual. So, whilst we do that, Pook will turn to the rest of the party. Now, whilst we are preparing for our next incursion into the Raggedies, I'm going to spend my time preparing potions. I would ask you, especially Grokash, that you stay away from the equipment on the table.
Aww.
So have you
Is that genuine?
if you added your alchemy kit as like a skill proficiency, by the way?
Herbalist kit, yes.
Herbalist
I
kit,
have
yeah.
I'm proficient with it, yeah.
Okay. Well, no, what it means, like you can add your skills. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
On your character sheet, if you added in a herbalist kit skill, as it were.
I didn't know you could add extra skills.
Yeah. So when you actually it's on there as herbalism. It is on there as underneath survival. So when you got your sheet on edit mode, you can then add extra skills to it. So it's a way of being able to add.
There, yeah.
So, why don't you give me then a herbalism kit check, and off the back of that, I shall work out some stuff for you.
Cool.
I think it's as good a way as any.
It's gonna make
14.
it easier for old
Oh, that's
age.
not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Actually, you said you're going to be spending. Well, you basically you essentially like spending your whole week of prep time doing this, and then just like
Yeah,
basically just
yeah.
just reading your spell, but whilst you're waiting for things to bubble away, as it were.
Yeah, pretty much. And,
Because it's a herbalism kit, not
Wow.
it's a herbalism kit, not a full alchemy kit. So I'm assuming this is going to be things like mortars and pestles, and maybe like a small calculator or something like that. It's not
Yeah,
going to be
absolutely.
like alembics and all the other stuff that you get with the alchemy kit.
No.
So why don't you give me 2 more herbalism checks actually, and we'll do basically three checks essentially count for the whole of the week, and we'll see off the back of their numbers. Okay,
Ooh,
nice.
oh boy.
I'll take that.
Looking out for that red box now to balance it.
Yeah,
Oh.
with that green one, Gurkash is getting high off the fumes. He's in the corner
Yeah,
pretending it's fucking Wolfie's
I'm
high.
happy with those rolls. So I'm at 20,
that's-
so I actually make 5 potions, right?
I was gonna say as a total, you would get 5 potions out of that. Yeah.
14 plus 4, that means I score!
Yeah. No, what I was doing was basically the 14 and the 12 each equated to creating a potion, and then the crit gives you 3.
Nice.
So you get your week of preparation time has gained you a total of 5 potions from the resources you had gathered. So we've also used up all your resources doing that. So you will need
Yeah,
to
that's
go grab yourself some more gear if you would like to do that.
That's great, thank you.
No worries. And is anyone else got some ideas on what they want their character to do during their downtime?
Yeah, but if anyone else does, they can go first.
Because you're
No,
eating.
you
Well
go.
fought.
Go ahead.
Did you want someone else to go first because you're eating?
I am eating. I don't mind talking though, because it's kind of hot. And then I'm burning myself if I keep eating.
Come on then, tell us all about it whilst we're waiting for your food to cool down to a much more sensible eating temperature.
Coming at me with these sensibilities. Right, okay, I think that I want Miao to spend some time in wilds. Preferably around dangerous beasts as opposed to friendly ones. But not
Okay.
not too crazy.
So you're gonna go out in the wild. What, like just like doing some survival training? I mean, what is your?
It's gonna be a crossover of trying to communicate with them and also meditating, which is irrelevant to them, but kind of like I'll do this and then I'll do that and then I'll do this and then I'll do
Wasn't this you were thinking about multi-classing into ranger?
that. Probably not gonna go that way about it. I do have some idea, but I don't think it's gonna be something that she could pull off in this 1 week because it's a bit more. It's more on the monstrosity side.
Well, I mean, what is the progression you're thinking, and we'll see if we can come up
So
with
if
something
we're-
to start down that route. Because I mean, when you go down the route of being a ranger and being like a monstrosity hunter, that's still like level 2 or 3 on ranger to actually gain your specialization.
Oh no, not so much a hunter, more of a kin, really.
What? No.
Yeah, right. Fuck off, badge.
No.
Right, okay, so what I want to do with her is I want her to sort of go down the route of wanting to befriend a certain type of creature, but I wouldn't want it to be anything other than just one particular type, so that she would, I guess, take a genuine interest in that type, so monstrosity in this case. And
Okay. Well,
not
just
be looking to kill.
DM me who it is you've got an interest in. That sounds really like grade school, doesn't it?
Tell me who you're interested in.
It is literally just mostly monstrosity, but I can try and narrow it down if you want me to.
That would be very handy because monstrosity is not narrowing shit down.
I know, it's not
In
too
fact, I'm
narrow.
fairly sure that's actually just a monster archetype. Not archetype, a monster type. I think it's just like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have a look while you talk.
Okay, fair. Right. Okay, so what about Badger? What has Grokash got some ideas?
Grokash wants to try and familiarize himself with heavy armor. So the kind of plan I came up with was to maybe go to like a guardhouse or some sort of, if there's like a group within the guild that have access to like plate armor or something, and then essentially just try and wear it and walk around, like just live a normal life, but just like customizing himself to heavy armor, because I'm currently not proficient, but his intent is to become proficient one day. So rather than just buy it and fight in it, he wants to try and live in it first.
Okay, so you'll spend your week basically borrowing and training and getting wailed on whilst wearing heavy armor, as well as also working out how you can effectively go to the toilet, pick yourself up if you fall down, and all the
Yeah,
various
yeah.
things that you'll need to do. Okay, so you're looking to train into heavy armor. It's gonna take more than a week to learn that.
Yeah, of course. That's why it's just more familiarization.
Yeah,
than
but
anything.
we can make a note of the fact
Mia
that
volunteers
you're.
to beat him up while he's training.
I had a funny feeling, she might. Funny feeling. I think even Pook could get behind that.
Give it a
So-
go, you know?
How rude.
Bone Crusher.
So
It's a
you
staff.
okay? We'll make a note of the
stick.
fact that you're
Pardon.
wanting to train that. So I've made a note of the fact that you're training yourself in heavy armor. The trick here is going to be: do you want to risk it and find some heavy armor to borrow and take into the dungeon and train there as well, bearing in mind that if you're not proficient in heavy armor, your speed is reduced and you have some issues when casting spells and doing ability checks and stuff?
No, I
Or-
think I'd stick out. He wants to like go in ready, not
Okay.
like gimped.
Okie dokie. So, right, okay, I'll just make the notes on there that I need to for that. Righty-o. Okie dokie. And what about Nemea?
Nemea is, or well, she is going to spend a majority of her time with the cleric, and also in any libraries or that the guild might have. With the cleric, she wants to how their process began, how they bonded with their deities, if in the clerics of Helm or Tyr. And she's also going the time she spends in the library researching are they? Where do they come from?
Researching what you might cut out for a second there.
Asimars. What are they? Where they come from? That kind of thing. So a lot of time, really trying to extend her knowledge of kind of the extraplanar.
Okay, so with the thing about speaking with clerics and that, is it something that she has an interest in going down that route, or possibly like halfway going down that route, and is this a precursor for specking into paladin, or?
She is
Or
mechanics-wise.
even cleric?
This is wanting to specifically a cleric of Helm.
So you're looking to multi-class into cleric.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Radio. So we got that.
I was just checking my healing potion thing worked.
It appears not to, unless that's
No,
what you
I wasn't making it roll. Just
Oh, okay. I got you. So you got to do that and that. All right. Okay. So for the clericy stuff. So you're splitting your time fairly evenly between them, or are we focusing on one more than the others?
Primarily on Helm.
Oops, didn't mean to click that.
It's an interest, but her primary focus is going to be on learning the ways of the cleric. As little as she can do in a week.
Okie dokie. Right. So then, why don't you give me? Give me 2 religion checks and one religion check and 1 wisdom check.
It's gonna be rough. I'm crossing my fingers. God damn it.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was a saving. Be any different
Oh,
than a
you
check.
fool.
But it's still
It's
zero.
not. It's not one you're proficient in, so I ain't gonna make any odds on it. So it's fine. I ain't gonna make too much of a difference there. I ain't gonna rob you of a crit. Okay. So that's on that.
Does
bit.
this make her like a fanatic since she got a low one and a really high one?
No. It means that she's very knowledgeable on it, but not a zealot. Because she failed the religion one. And also, can you give me just a straight up intelligence check, please?
Oh.
Yes. Get on my level, idiot.
Yeah, she's it's rough.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Yeah. So you won't really find out anything about Asimars or anything at all.
Wait,
But
what?
that's what she's researching Asimars as well.
Cheeky.
Listen, you're way behind, dude. I was talking.
Your mic is cutting out quite frequently.
Are you downloading, Dakota?
It's a bad habit. No, it's because of the freaking Arc RP. You toggle it in there, so I may have to switch to toggling because apparently I'm really used to it now.
Fair enough.
Apologies, but yeah, just keep reminding me. I'm behind myself though.
It's just like it's your mic just cuts out at really, really weird moments.
She tried to talk to you over a radio, but pressing it instead of holding it.
Yeah. Alright, okay, so I just think about it as well, because we haven't got Roland Hammer, we kind of go over what he wants to do, but I'm going to assume that his time is going to be being spent trying to make money. He'll probably be spending his week trying to make some armor.
Yeah, that seems like a a fair assessment.
It sounds like a
sounded like
very
what I was going for, yeah.
yeah. It's like a very if nothing else, it's a very him sort of thing to do. I'm just going to read the message that you sent me.
Mm-hmm. Want me to put it in the Roll20 chat so that they can see it?
I'm just trying to say you want to be able to befriend creatures specifically.
Give us some example.
Yeah, a trend in the touch creatures animals, in Yeti, wargs, winter wolves, rocks, nagas, mimics. And she doesn't mind that these touch creatures are misunderstood, so she's an idiot. And wants to try to prove their ability to work with adventurers instead of ending up eating them or being killed by them. You are, of course, familiar with the reason that a lot of these creatures are actually classed as monstrosities.
Oh yeah.
Is because of the fact that they are generally not able to be
Monsters?
they're generally not able to be dealt with at all.
I think it's a noble ideal.
Yeah. I mean, it's noble, but I think it's a bit folly, to be honest.
What should I do about it?
There isn't really anything you can
It just
do,
goes
to be
fire,
honest.
yeah.
What should I do about it? Be better. That's what you should do about it.
Yeah, there isn't really anything that you really can actually do about that in that sort of way.
Not even if it was unnatural?
Not really, no. It's just it without actually going down the route of specking into something that specifically has benefits with against or in relation to those creatures, and there aren't that many things that you could actually do that would give you benefits or any form of interaction with those creatures anyway. I mean, they're all the sorts of things that you don't tend to come across that often.
Would you allow him to do something like modify the speak with animals ability?
Yeah, speak with
So
animals.
rather than-
Speak with animals is a spell, though.
Yeah, but I mean something like modify something like that. So rather than speak with, he can just, I don't know, empathically kind of read them. Be like, is this thing just out to kill me, or is there like a chance for it not to be fucking evil? I don't know.
I really don't know how I'm going to make that work.
Let me try and rough this up, see if I can change it up.
Yeah.
While you continue.
Well, I mean, you guys have actually had some pretty solid plans and ideas on what you wanted to do. Poops was very, very simple, just in case of wanting to spend his time making some potions, which is nice and easy there. Grokash is wanting to spend his time training into being able to use heavy armor, so he's basically just made note of the fact that he is practicing and learning around that. With Namir, was it wanting to go down the route of being a cleric or being a paladin? Sorry,
Cleric.
cleric.
Oh,
Talk about
what?
domains right now, but it's just let me know.
What if I switched that whole point, switched monstrosity with just predatory species. Or even beasts.
That would just basically just be a case of training into animal handling, really, more than anything else.
Or beast
Not
speech.
too. What? Sorry?
The Eldritch Invocation beach speech. Oh god damn.
Um,
Yeah, no, that's fair. Animal handling is a lot more well-rounded, though, isn't it?
yeah. So for Nemea, and with that crit on your wisdom saving throw, I can tell you that the clerics and priests that you speak with, they over the conversations you're having with them, it becomes quite clear that one thing that is very similar across all of their startings and their foundings within their various churches and shrines and faiths is that pretty much all of them started at a very young age. You know, they were children of orphanages that were linked with those holy places. They were children of noble families who have always had ties to certain churches. Is all not all of them, but the majority of them, the vast majority of the ones you speak to and the ones that you hear about from the ones that you're speaking with, is that you start as a child in the church. You are advised that those who seek to join a church at a more at a more mature age, sort of like teenagers and then tweens up to the 30s, that sort of stuff, that people who like experienced adventurers and soldiers who are looking to show their faith have a tendency to instead go down the route of becoming a paladin, as it's a better, an easier way for them to be able to make their skills transition from one area to another.
Alrighty. In that case, I'd like to. Is it possible for us? I don't know about during. Possible for us to have like a prayer kind of thing, where she can't with him and attempts.
Dropped out again.
It's really hard to understand you because your mic is just dropping in and out like crazy.
Sorry. Okay.
I got all of
I-
that. That's weird.
Well, would it be possible for us? I don't know if during session or text, but to have some time where she does some intern tries to speak with Tyr, like seeking a sign or something along those lines. Because I
Tyr or
really
Helm?
want to push the cleric thing. I meant Helm. I'm sorry. She would definitely consider paladin as well.
Okay.
But like if she's gonna push the cleric thing.
Okay. So you want to see if you can spend some time in prayer and get a sign. Okie dokie. That might be something I need to work out for you off stream. Just having a think about it.
Okay. But and like right now, it's not necessarily, we don't have to, have the mechanics of it just now. So
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking in terms of like writing you a little fluff piece to give you an idea, to basically to give you a response to praying for a sign.
Okay, well, if you want, I can go ahead and type something up like that, so you actually have something to respond to like that.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll make life a little bit easier.
Okay, so after session, then I'll get that
Yep,
for you. Okay.
yep, we can do that. And Nimriel is focusing on doing the animal handling. Okay, so that's not going to change anything at the moment, but that does lay down some groundwork for
I'm back again.
some stuff for the future. Right, okay. So, Pook's one was quite simple stuff for it in terms of like what it actually was doing. Nimriel been laying down some groundwork, Grokash laying down some groundwork, and Nimir will be laying down some groundwork on that, and then we'll assume that Roland Hammer is working on crafting stuff. Now,
Or trying to wear heavy armor.
Yeah.
As well.
this bit is actually supposed to be a little bit of a tricky bit because that's what actually really relatively simple stuff without any immediate changes to how things are going to be happening, which kind of makes it a little bit on the tricky side.
Oh, did you read what I wrote?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, hiccups. Oh, God. What I need to do is I need to now get your characters into the thing, into the new one. So I need to remove them from their current versions from the vaults. And then add the most recent versions, import the most recent versions into the vault so I can then put them into, what's the name game? Import existing character. Bear with me a second, guys, we'll just get this taken care of. Mia. Port. Oops. Adventuring Guild. Gabriel. Import. Adventuring Guild. Rollhammer. Export to Spiders 2.0. Scroll down to the next one, next one. Export. Spiders 2.0. Export to game. Spiders 2.0. Export to game. This basically means I've got like the most up-to-date versions of your character sheets put into the new version. Oh, and Munepin. Can't forget Munepin. You'll need him as well, don't you? Import character, Adventuring Guild. Munepin.
Oh, we.
It sounds like it's your mic sensitivity is just like not quite high enough, is what it sounds like, and it just like keeps losing it for a fraction of a second.
Okay, I'll.
That's what it sounds like. Okay, pokes. Right. Well, let's
How about I'm gonna try voice activity. I'm probably gonna do something stupid or something weird's gonna happen. So just yell at me. There's some
I can
serious
hear it.
background
I
noise.
can hear it dropping. It's like it's losing. It's just for like a fraction of a second. Like it loses connection for a bit. So like you can hear it just hang just a tiny little bit.
Yeah. When you said yell at me, when you got to the word me, it dropped out while you were saying it.
Well, my connection's not. I could probably move closer to the router as well.
It's possibly even the fact that you are
I'll do
wireless. Wireless does have a tendency to fuck with audios.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't like it. Also, do you
Yeah,
use
unfortunately-
the Discord app or the Discord browser?
App.
Yeah, so that's definitely helping. Probably fun if you're using the browser, we wouldn't be able to hear you at all. Right, I'm going to say let's move across onto the other instance. Let's get you into the guild hall. So just going to mute that one, and we'll make this one up instead.
Oh, and it's a little late, but she would have at least either made a trip or asked if she could have like 20 bolts for the crossbow she's got.
You'd be able to get that from
If it's too late, then it's fine.
You'd be able to get that in the guild hall anyway from the armory there. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, did the deliveries arrive as well?
Yep, this was.
Sound like I actually live there, don't I?
Yeah, I did say that. Oh no, God, no, don't do that.
I may have been AFK.
It was near the start, so it's possible, yeah. Find this freaking.
Into the wilderness I go.
What?
What? Yeah, Nimrael's gonna go into the wilderness. Adios,
Oh,
amigos.
Into the wilderness.
Yes.
Yeah, Roger. Roger Nudge.
Yeah, Neverwinter. Let's have a look at the nearby map.
There we go. So hopefully this is the one I was thinking it is, where it'd be like a nice bit of background audio for you. I'm just going to change the view over. So, there we go. All I need to do now is actually assign these sheets out to you all. As
Alright,
well.
we're switching already.
We
Shoot.
are, yes.
You, Westlar, have you already switched?
So we need to
Westlaw.
log out and switch over now.
Yes, please.
Just reload all 20. Shouldn't have
Yeah.
to log out.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Are you going to give us well, currently I don't have access.
It's fine. I'm sorting that out now.
Okay, gotcha.
It's because I updated the character sheets to make it so that they are the most absolute recent versions, because I've literally just exported them. So they are definitely the most up to date that they can be, which means if there's any problems with your character sheets, it's your fault, not mine.
Lol. Lol.
Which game is it we're going to?
Saturday Spiders 2.0.
I can't see that.
You may need to click the link. It's a pinned link in Discord.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
It's alright.
It's quite alright, son.
Is it in the Saturday Spiders one, yeah?
Yes.
Ah, there we go.
And then once you join this one, I'll be able to assign your sheet to use. There we go. That's lost. Can. I'll also assign you the Munepin one as well.
Mhm.
Just out of interest, the different sections of barracks in here, are they owned by the different pies?
Yes, so this area up here is the Monday group. This area up here is the Sunday group. So, also is that this is now on your Saturday morning of the of your heading into the dungeon. There is a let's find a suitable little dwarf asset to be Fellatio Hornblower to come and knocking on your door to wake you up.
Namia's up. She's ready to go. She's excited.
Yeah, Pook is preparing spells, which is something I should actually also do.
Ready to go as well.
You're on the right level. On the right level. Good. Banging his drum. Fellatio Hornblower comes to give you all a little wake up.
With a name like that, I'm sure it'll be fun.
Good morning, spiders. How are you all doing? Are you ready? You know what today is, don't you?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Hey! She's like bouncing on her hooves.
Now, I think you've all been in dungeon before, right? You all went through the assessment before, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
Right. Well, I mean, the big man will tell you himself, but it's going to be more of the same. So basically, what's going to be going on is the same sort of thing. You'll still got to go like around it and do all of the various tasks and find stuff and things. But you just don't expect it to be as easy as the last one was.
Oh, good. The last one was a cakewalk.
I mean, you're not nervous, are you, wee man?
Not for me.
Well, here's to hoping that y'all make it back and you'll be able to be proud members of the Silver Talon Guild. So tell you what, why don't y'all just head up the stairs to the portal room. You should know where you're going, and have a wee chat with the boss man.
Very well.
So. Oh, hiss! This has done something it shouldn't have done, which is very annoying. Please, yeah, hang on, bear me a second. It's. Sorry, bear me a second. I did have all this set, but it looked like it has not saved some of the settings, which is very peculiar because it's meant to do all this like in real time. So the fact that it hasn't saved it is, to say the least, a little bit on the peculiar side.
Is that a big loss?
No, this means I need to just put some tokens back on, because they are not where they should be. in that they just generally are not. Just Bane! Bane! So, yeah, there goes there. Oh, don't be a shit. Fucking, I've had enough of your shite. There goes there we go. Good lord, why? I don't know why this didn't save this. I think I did have an issue the other day. My internet was having some issues, so maybe the reason it didn't save it is even though it's all meant to be done in real time, it wasn't getting messages from me on my PC. Sorry about this, guys.
I'm actually having a moment where I can't remember the name of that goddamn city that she's from.
Park is the sound of a small penis.
Yeah.
Right. And then your characters. One, two. Why are you doing that? What are you doing, Roll20?
What's the name of the world that Sarkost is in? Is it Faerun?
Faerun, yeah.
There we are, jeez. Better add that on the profile before I forget again.
Now you've got to quickly just double check the a couple of these other maps and make sure they are actually. Okay, so that one's fine. That one's fine. Just double checking the other maps to make sure that anything else I did has actually taken. And then that's those, so that's fine. Then that is these. Make sure these are all correct. Just giving myself a bit of a panic now, thinking like, did it change the other things though? No, but did it though? No. No, but it did. Okay, it did. It did. Okay. Right, okay, right, fine, fair enough. Things are indeed behaving themselves. So, let's put you onto the right one then. There we go. So you should all be able to see everything that you can see.
Yep.
So yes, so standing before you is the somewhat familiar forms of McCormac Argent Strike and Ilaran Nightsweave. McCormac says, hello again, candidates, or should I say recruits now at this time. I'll be brief, as you should already be aware of how these things work. Nothing has changed except for the difficulty level. You will now be subjected to a more dangerous level of 4 whilst you're in the dungeon scape. Should you survive and pass this dungeon, you will be accepted as journeyman of the guild. Has anyone got any questions at this time?
Emil shakes her head.
No. No questions.
Good. Should you survive, you'll be able to proudly proclaim, I am a Silver Talon adventurer. Take your positions before the pedestal and the portal will be summoned in just a moment. Oh, one other thing. Before you do return, decide upon who you want to be your team leader. It doesn't really matter for yourselves, as I expect you all to work together at all times. I just want to know who I should be blaming when you inevitably fuck up. Right, Ilaran, send them in your own time.
Nemea looks between all members of the team, and she's got kind of her brows furrowed, and she's thinking real hard.
I guess I'm not Nimriel's actually smiling.
Grokash, my friend, unless you wish to be the first one through, you may want to take a step back from the actual pedestal itself. Come now, my friends, my companions, let us begin the incantations and send these people off where they need to go. And incantations begin.
Nemea will say as the incantations are starting through first. And she's going to go ahead and draw her sword and shield.
Thwip.
Nice.
Oh, pickups.
Grokash is just going to look left and right and then jump in.
Wait.
Grokash being the first one in. Fantastic. So
Wait. Didn't Nimia say she was going to go first?
Well, then you should have done it.
Yeah, well, I thought he was just. I mean, let him step forward first, but if you want to play it like that, then play it like that, Badger.
Right, okay. Bear
Fucker.
with me a second then. Ladies
Don't
and
say it, live it.
gentlemen. Right, okay, so Grokash is going through first. Who's going to go through after him? Who's going to be the next one?
Nimriel's
He's
just looking
gonna
over
hop in, fucking pissed at Badger.
Nemia's going in next. Okie dokie. Who's going in after Nemia?
it. Nimriel.
Nemia.
Step
Is-
straight in, dry
Is
herself.
Poot going in last, or is Rollhammer going to be
yeah.
dragging him?
I think Pook will enter with Munep in last.
Okay, dokie. With me in. And then that means that Rollhammer goes in at that point. Okie pokes. So, it's all going to go a little bit dark for you now, guys.
What?
Oops, why have I done that? That's not the sound I should have done. Or not yet, anyway. I haven't got it ready for that. I'm still moving things around. Oh, I know why. Because when you click the audio things, they move because of things that are moving around. So, okay, right. Let's try that again, shall we? So, there he is.
Should I be able to see anything?
No, Grokash can because he was the first one to step forward. So is Grokash going to stay standing on the thing?
No, I'm moving.
Okay, right. And then it was
Might have been
Nemir.
delayed.
Then it was Nemir, yeah.
Yes.
And then Nimriel.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Oh, good.
She's gonna say to Badger, for fuck's sake, if I say I'm gonna go first, let me go first.
Send
Grokash just
Rollhammer in,
smiles.
move him to there. And then lastly, we've got Pook and Minepin.
Oh, that's trippy. We're no longer in the little square grid of the...
Yeah.
What?
I feel like we are on a bigger grid than we were before. Maybe I'm wrong. Been a while.
I don't
It's not
think
my
it
comment.
helps. It's separated into fours.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might
the
be throwing
tiles
off
on
a
the
little
floor.
bit. Yeah.
It is throwing me off.
I think it's a little bit annoying is that the on the dynamic lighting level, it's each of the things is not quite the right size to properly fill. Oh, don't be a pain. There we go.
So is this the part where the little green eyeball flies in?
Look around for Jackson.
Don't see him.
Can I test this door and see if it opens?
You certainly can. It's not locked. Like it turns and the door will open quite easily.
Alrighty, I make everyone aware of the fact.
So the doors are loose. I guess Nimriel will replicate that with this door then. She's not going to open it, she just wants to see if the handle works.
Yep, same thing. It seems as if it will open without too much of an issue at all.
She just gives a shrug.
Well, given the way the first, I suppose we choose a section, and I imagine when we've got some more puzzles, just she kind of shudders at that, like, oh.
So where would you like to go first?
Nimriel's gonna
Can you see,
actually-
by the way, Pook?
Yeah, just about. The screen I'm on is not great, so, and it won't pop out my character sheet, so I'm having lots of fun.
Any preferences?
Yeah, Nimriel's going to confront Pook actually. On the note of
Confronting
where
straight away, Jesus.
it's not a bad one, chill out. But I'll wait until Westlar's actually ready.
I'm not going to be any more ready than I currently am.
Fine. So, Pook, since you would like us to behave a certain way, why don't you tell us where we're going to go next? You heard the man.
Well, looking at our surroundings, it looks very similar to our first attempt.
And the door is open.
And each direction, at least there is no indication otherwise, should be equally likely to kill us, maim us, or destroy us, so I presume that we could just take any.
And with that, Grokash opens the door.
So that's fine.
It feels very weird that all parties have chosen to go the same route first. I'm not saying don't go south. I'm just saying it's very peculiar that now we've got to this point, all the parties have actually started to go south first.
Maybe we should step in quietly.
Yes, well, we seem to be quite good at making our entrance known. Let's see if we can.
So do
book
you
the
want
train.
do you want to do anything before opening the door then? Is that saying you guys want to?
I didn't have that in mind when I opened the door, so...
You're just kicking the door in basically. Well, not necessarily kicking it in, but
Oh, yeah, I'm just opening it.
Nami
Like-
at least got her sword and shield drawn.
you're ready for combat for whatever's on the other side of this.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up, set. Let me just move. Let me open the doors for you. There you go.
Break through it.
This looks familiar.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Namia's trying.
What the fuck's that? I point to...
I'll tell you what that is. That's a roll for initiative. That's what that is.
Shit! Fucking Grokash.
No, I think
What?
that would roll from me.
What
What
the
is it?
fuck is that?
Ah. I stand there.
I think that goes. In...
I think to be fair, I think that is the effect of your. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Shocked. What is it?
Look at that. The frontliners got given the correct numbers. See that? Oh, you're rolling as... I don't know if you guys even care. Westlaw and Budgie are rolling as yourselves.
Ah, I forgot to change that.
Just a small detail.
I don't know when. Oh, it's not. Are we on
So
the ground?
small that
Yeah,
you
it's 'cause you're-
thought it was
'cause you're-
necessary to bring it up.
It
Yeah,
bothers
yeah,
me, I
yeah.
don't know if it bothers you.
Yeah, big biggity bitch.
You're welcome.
That should have been. What was that? Has it done that? It has done that. Okay, good. Okie dokes. So, the first person to act in this debacle is Nimriel. You've just heard Grokash quite loudly exclaim, "What is that?"
Well, she's going to make it clear that she's tutting as she passes by him. Like, budging him aside, sort of. And she's going to take a quick look left and right. Not entirely seeing what is clearly there. And she's going to stop here with a ready action to attack anything that passes the corner. Sorry about the noise.
Okay. Nimia.
Mia is going to take a step in and look to both sides. Are we in actual initiative order, right? We're not doing this thing where we move and have to...
No, you are in actual initiative at this time.
She's gonna look both ways. Fucking, I got shit on the... Nothing. Look again. Nothing. How Grokesh hollered, she's gonna go ahead and step back and have a ready to action in case some actually shows up that's not a party member that she could swing at.
Okie dokie. What would Pook like to do?
Grokash, what did you see?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have said, "What is that?"
Did it look dangerous?
No.
Pook will ready in action to cast a spell should he see anything that attacks one of us.
What spells are gonna have ready?
I will prepare magic missile as readied if it attacks one of us.
Okay. And next is turn off.
And by just to clarify, by attack I mean take any kind of aggressive action.
Yeah.
I.e. cast some kind of spell, not just physically attack.
Yep. So, you all hear some assorted whispering and whispering voices down off to the east side. Yep. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but you do recognise it as being sort of like the language is definitely common, but you can't quite grasp what's being said. So it's like it's almost like it's in some form of like actual verbal shorthand or something. It's quite difficult to keep track of it. You feel like there's like a lot of code words and stuff.
Can I make an intelligence check, perhaps, unless you can think of any other check, to see if I recognise the sort of shorthand it might be?
Yeah, you can have an intelligence check for that. You do not know what they're saying.
I wasn't trying to check out what they were saying.
No, you don't recognise it. You don't recognise even the shorthand bit for it at all. It's just you recognise what a lot of the words are, but it sounds like they're just talking gibberish.
I'm trying so hard not to metagame here.
I'm fairly certain that pretty much everyone can work out, and if they haven't already worked out what it is, they're going to be able to work out very quickly what it is.
It depends if you've played that class or not, I suppose.
Old jibber jobbers.
A person steps to there with a scimitar in hand.
Dun, dun, dun. Wah.
And then it's Roland Hammer, his turn. What was? Are you trying to remember what your attacks do?
Wait, you can see that?
Yes.
Alright, that's to myself, by the way.
Yeah, it's because Streamcam has access to your channel, your character sheet as well, so it can see the names. Streamcam has access to each of your character sheets, so it can see the names. Otherwise, the names aren't
Yeah,
visible for
that's
everybody, which is really
That's
annoying.
I was just checking what the
yeah.
other bastard sword swing was, and it's the one where I have reduced hit.
Great weapon mastery. So Roland Hammer's gonna like saunter up and go like, "Hey, so what's all this then?" And he's basically just going to position himself like he's poking his head between Nimir and Grokash. I feel that is actually what Roland Hammer would do, just mostly making a nuisance of himself.
So far, yeah.
So far, so Grokash. I mean, Roland. Freudian slip, maybe.
Oh dear.
That was
I
a
think that's my new
genuine
favorite
mistake.
thing.
I think that's the perfect combination of
So
people
far,
you
so
can point
Grokash.
Speaking of Grokash, what would Grokash like to do?
So I'm gonna cautiously.
Stop there!
God damn it.
Cautious enough.
You step out and there is a whickering metal twang sound. There's a crossbow bolt streaks out of the shadows.
You're
Yay!
missing a particular sound in me.
Yeah. What's the sound?
Wow!
She does manage to get the shield in the way, and the bolt ricochets off down the corridor. You hear a muffled fuck from down from over to the west. You may now continue your turn.
Fucking bitch. In that case, I'm actually gonna. Oh, he's so far away. Ah!
Yes, it's almost like he's at the distance one would use a crossbow.
Coward. Fucking cowards. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I'm gonna move here and attack this cunt.
Okie dokie.
God damn it. I screamed they're in the walls.
What the fuck?
Oh dear, fucking hell.
I'm unsure if that's a reference or if Grokash is being serious.
Of course he's being serious.
That is a very solid hit.
It is.
And then... Yes, boy!
Holy
Oh,
shit, man. Right off the bat.
Yeah, and with that, yeah, you've taken that one out. He wasn't ready for that.
Fucking
Everybody-
nerd! I scream nerd as he crumples to the ground.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
So far, so Grokash.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Can't argue.
Charging out to attempt to avenge his companion. He's gonna miss, so it doesn't really make any difference to it.
Of course he is.
And, that one is the dead one. Nimriel.
Nimriel's going to step out. And she can see one. Let me see the edge facade as well. She's gonna look down the other way as well. Oh, right. Okay, well. I'm a bit too far zoomed in. Didn't see that guy at the end of the hall there. She's going to give a nod to Nimir and look to her right, this direction. And then she's going to step over this way. Same held action.
Okie dokie. Nemia?
Nemia will interpret Nimrael said to the right, so she will move forward. See what's going on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. She'll go ahead and move next to Gropash, and she will swing at the one next to Gropash.
Okie dokie.
Jesus fuck, even in
Ugh.
this.
Ugh.
Where your sword goes.
Ugh.
Back on form, guys.
Let's see what happens, shall we, boys and girls?
It's a healthy relationship with the reds and greens.
Mm.
Not many people said yes. Jesus.
Right, I need my box of dice.
I feel that we
Nemia
agree
loses a leg.
to all these extremes. Yeah, we want crit fail. I want carousing tables. Yeah, cinema.
Right, okay, so this is
I hope you
a
stab your
melee
goddamn
weapon.
self.
Conversation. I take no responsibility for that.
You overextend yourself going for the kill. Your opponent gains advantage on their next attack roll.
Yes.
Unless
Is that
they're
assuming it
dead.
attacks her? Or is it definitely going to attack her now?
Well, no, the next enemy attacking her has advantage.
Right.
10 rounds later, that lunge is really come back to bite you in the ass.
Oh man.
Pook.
Okay. Seeing everyone dash around to different corners, Pook is going to be 5, 10, 15. Bear with me while I just take a quick look around on the world's smallest screen. Okay.
What size screen have you got?
I can. I'm on a Surface Pro at the moment. So,
Oh, okay.
Well, a Surface, so it's not a. I don't think it's the Pro, and also it's tiny. And it won't let me pop out my character sheet. And yeah, it's just a bit shit.
Limitations of the browser.
Yep. Right, so I can see that dude on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the cut of his jib. So Pook is going to conjure forth, with 3 quick gestures, 3 ram's heads in midair, and he's going to cast Magic Missile against
What
that
the
dude.
Magic missile!
I just got booted out of the fucking game. What's that all about?
You being
My
stupid?
my description was awesome. What? How can it even do that little? Oh, it only does 1. Why does it still? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Just do the magic missile repeat.
Yeah, I'll do 2d4 plus 2. Because we're all going against one guy anyway.
Yeah, you keep having issues with that spell, don't you? Like you
I think I actually deliberately changed that one to make it so that because it's a weird one because the nature of how the spell works.
It's
It won't let you do it because it's not your spell.
yeah, but can you click that?
You can click that, but the thing is because he's using his surface, it's not fair to make him do that at the minute.
Oh, okay, yep.
So this is one of those ones where because it's all going against one target, but when you're splitting it between different targets or upcasting it, when you leave it as the way it was, it kind of it makes it fucks it up. It's one of those spells where the code on it for this API is just a little bit on the janky side. So
It'd be
that's
very
8
hard
points.
to code it well, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a given how it is, it's a very peculiar spell.
Well, not hard, just fiddly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do 8 points of force damage against that dude.
He grunts from the impacts.
And I will have my staff ram's head first, pointed in his general direction, basically ready to bat him away should he try and attack me.
Okay.
There's no mechanical reason
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
It just feels good. And Menepin, presuming he works on the same initiative count, is going to take his usual position, alighted on a nook in the wall, high up as he can go.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, that's me done.
And it is the turn of this bandit, who's going to step out from where he was hiding behind the pillar, or keeping his pillar to himself, and he's going to attempt to give Namir a bit of a bopping.
Don't you motherfucker.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Oof, 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 oof. Hey, Namir, why don't y'all just give me one of them magic numbers between 1 and 100?
Are you kidding me?
And so
Dice do not like you.
72.
72.
Oh, if
No,
only both my
You
arms-
know, if we're still in pieces, you wouldn't be having this problem,
Yeah,
right?
no lasting injury, but I will say it did roll 27. Which I almost want to make that count because it's the right numbers and the wrong. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to. I'm not horrible.
Which I'm still salty about.
I'm not horrible about that. But you do take 10 points of slashing damage total.
Okay, 10 points.
10 points. 10 points
What
slashing.
did they, so it was a crit then?
Yeah, it was a crit.
Okay, 10 minus 10.
And it is the turn of Zizaza Bandito. This one here. And when is his? He's gonna to you hear Nimriel and Pook. You hear a voice nearer to you go, rush him.
rush him.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an attack of opportunity.
No, it's a held action
He's
attack.
entered your threatened area, he hasn't left it.
So you can do your attack.
Wait, yeah, alright, that's what you meant. Okay.
Kill him.
Yep.
Kill him good.
That is really depressing.
That is an amazing swing. I think you managed to just take out about 4 or 5 bricks in the wall, but he just ducks under it and comes up to his feet with a slash from his scimitar, an almighty slash from his scimitar. He rolls a 14 to hit.
It's not gonna hit.
Yeah, it's a glance off
She's
your
gonna
armor.
kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, and then his companion, he goes, yeah.
Wow, these guys.
Rushes out as well and swings in with his scimitar too, and he also fails to land a blow. These guys are not very good at the hitting.
Like-
Oh, sorry, Namir, I didn't see that. Rollenhammer's going to step out here and goes, what's going on then? I was going to drink some wine and then pull out crossbow because I can't be bothered to do his voice. So
I love how you did a Northern English one instead.
yeah, he pulls out his crossbow. Who's he going to aim for? He's going to aim for the one nearest to him. He's going to aim for this dude, and fire off his crossbow with a thwip and a miss. Clearly, he's struggling to aim over Pook's head.
I was hoping the bolt would come back down, but it didn't.
It's turn of this bandit who has reloaded his crossbow. He's going to step into cover a little bit to try and get himself some form of protection, believing that maybe it will help protect him from the magic missiles, because maybe he's not that smart. And he's going to sight on Pook and say, "That hurt you, bastard!" And fire his crossbow with that one will count. That one will hurt. That's pick a number between 1 and 100, Pook.
God damn.
1.
You're fine. So you do take 13 points of piercing damage. As this
Wonderful.
crossbow bolt sails through the air and finds a home in your shoulder. I feel that may sting slightly.
Mm-hmm. 13, you
Grokash!
say?
13, 1-3.
I'm going to attack.
Oh
the
crikey,
guy
that does sting
directly-
quite a bit. I just seen how much your health bar went down.
Directly to my front.
Go for it. See what you can do.
Bye.
Oh, he just cut him down.
My boy.
Absolute fuck is that number?
My boy.
What is that?
Beautiful.
What? Yeah, what is that, man? Can you fuck off with the greens?
Dude, leave him alone. We need this.
Do I need to roll? Like, does that? Oh, it does kill him? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then I will butt stroke this motherfucker next to me with the other end.
You want to stroke his butt?
Oh man.
That's a butt stroke. It's not a stroke butt.
Butt stroke.
And as I scream at him, Grokash! Because I'm still hype on.
Just screaming at him. I'm a brownie.
No. I mean, I could. He wouldn't understand it. But no.
And he is dead. Nimbriel.
She's gonna swing at the one direct in front of her.
Go for it.
Hopefully this time she hits. No, she's not hitting.
Good
Damn it,
effort.
team.
Nemea.
All right, Nemea is going to swing away at the one in front of her.
That'll hit.
Yay!
No.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! Yay! And she will maintain, but she will say, "I'm on my way to the others across the way."
Okie pokes. Okie pooks.
Okay. Pook is going to take a step closer. He's going to turn to face them. He says, "Apologies for the slowness of my actions."
Oh, is this the burning hands?
No, it's not. Pook is going to pull out of his pouch a rather large seed, which is black and white striped. And he's going to
Sesame seed.
use his thumb and forefinger to flick it in the air, much like you would do like with a coin.
Okay.
And then basically he's going to slap that seed with the back of his hand. And as he does so, a gust of wind picks up from around him and pushes all the way down the length of that corridor. And it is so strong that it may be considered a spell called Gust of Wind.
Okay.
So it doesn't do anything until their turn. But then it just makes their life a lot more difficult.
Like living in a wind tunnel.
Yeah, essentially, they are now in a wind tunnel.
Okay, cool. So next up, it is the one in front of Nemea. Is going to have at her again. Buoyed on by his confidence, and it's going to miss. It's a 13 to hit. And then it's his turn of this one, who starts his turn there. So strength saving throw, you say, yeah?
Yeah, strength saving throw.
He's failed that one. So is it 15 feet of moves then?
Yeah, he's pushed 15 feet back.
So, oomph. No attack of opportunity though, because it's not a winning move. You don't get attacks of opportunity against things that are moved against their choice. And this one has a strength saving throw as well, but he manages to grab hold of like the wall or something in some way and arrest his movement.
It's that hole I made.
Yeah. Roland Hammer is going to try and capitalise on the opportunity and try and shoot the one who's just been moved back. with his crossbow. And is going to miss. And this one, he is technically in the line of that, but he's also against a wall and kind of off to one side, so I'm gonna give him advantage on the saving throw. I think that would be fair. Would you agree, Pook?
Sorry.
Given where this one is positioned, I'm going to give him because of basically he's essentially got his back to a wall and is positioned in cover, kind of halfway out of the tunnel anyway. I'm going to give him advantage on the saving throw.
I mean, it's not like he can be pushed back much further.
Yeah, so it's just like it always tries to go like he just basically just knocks him back into the room that he's at the entrance of. So I feel like it would still potentially affect him, given the fact that it's in a tunnel as well. It just seems like a sensible thing. And they passed anyway, so it's okay. Yeah, I think he braces himself against the wall and he's okay. And he's going to take a shot at.
Can he make this at disadvantage, given he's got a gust of wind that would?
I was about to say he's going to take a shot back at you, but he's going to do it at disadvantage because of the fact that he's basically firing into a cyclone. That's a critical fail. Let's see if he dings and
shoots himself in the face.
Yeah. Okay, so it's it seems like being knocked back slightly has caused the crossbow string to come loose, and he needs to reaffix it if he can. We'll be doing that from his next turn. So I'm going to put a little reminder for myself on that one.
Yeah, gust of wind.
Yeah.
Gust of wind.
Grokash.
I am going to continue wailing on this motherfucker. There it goes. Woo. Come on. Oh.
You always see. Why is it that this time you're always rolling so well? And the last time you were in one of these dungeons, you were literally responsible for the party going down more than the monsters were.
I think you'll find that also includes rolling well, just at opportune times.
Well, you managed to put him down as well.
And then for my move, I'm going to fucking 2, 3, 4. Shit over here. Bellowing as I run.
Okay, folks. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our little break here for 5-10 minutes because I need to go to the loo anyway. So yeah, we're going to take. What do you think, guys? 5 minutes to 10 minutes. What's going to be easiest for you guys?
Easy either way.
Same
Alright.
It's up to you.
Let's just go with the 5-minute one then, because I only need to be a few minutes. It just gives us a chance to refresh drinks and stuff. So yes, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Oh, look at Mr.
There we go.
Serious over there.
And we're back.
Go back yourself.
Rude.
Okay, so let's get back into this, shall we? So we basically, the reason I paused it there is because we got to the top of the turn order, so it just made sense. So Nimriel, if you'd like to take us back in.
She's going to attempt to attack this guy
Oh.
again with a more careful swing.
Before Nimriel takes this swing, can I say something quick to Nimriel?
Sure.
Nimriel, take a step back after your swing.
Is this the part where she walks straight into Grakash?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you
for a cash.
are you swinging? Are you swinging your attack? With that 12, yeah.
Yeah, it was the 12.
Okay.
Pick up
Well.
your game.
You left your sheet on self. So he grunts in pain.
Oh, God damn it, I forgot all about that.
And he's going to swing at you as you leave his area of influence.
Lol.
And miss.
Betrayal by Pook.
Tempted, yeah.
Namir.
She's going to that way. Why did she's asking? Is she moving? Is she's moving? Hesitating?
What?
Ready to action. Well, I guess I don't need to. Ready to action if something else shows up in range for her to attack with a longsword.
Okay, so you're covering the backstone basically in that regard.
Yeah, and of course I got. So
Okay.
I'm prepared to kapow.
Pook.
Pook is going to use his staff to strike the one immediately next to him.
You didn't even use a fucking spell? Why did we have to move out of the
I'm
way?
already casting a spell at the moment.
You're gonna
Yeah,
miss.
but was Gust of Wind affecting Nimriel?
It would have been. Pook is going to take a step back also.
Why would it have been affecting Nimriel?
I'm jumping the fuck in there.
It would have been now.
Oh, is it maintain and
Well.
come from you? Okay, right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I'm with you now. I'm with you now.
So
Wait,
Pook
so
is,
what's-
still
Oh,
gust of wind.
oh, you cheeky thing, because now he can't do his attack of opportunity against you. You've, let Nimriel soak the attack of opportunity.
Oh.
Oh
yeah, it's reaction, isn't it?
comes
Yeah.
out.
Well, actually, it's more the fact that I
Oh.
didn't want Nimriel to be blown down the corridor.
Okay.
Because now they will be.
Yeah, yeah.
They were, but if they're blown down the corridor now, they can't reach us.
Mm.
Okay, well,
That was the
Yes, it's
thinking,
strength saving throw.
because they can only move 15 feet. Presuming they have a base speed of 30.
Oh, he just made it, so he has to, clawing his way up. His Companione makes it much more successfully, and is going to step forth to try and deal with the little man who's casting the spell.
Thank you.
That's a miss. Rollenhammer is going to aim his crossbow at the nearest one. And miss.
Of course he is.
And the bandit at the back is going to use his turn to do a sleight of hand check to successfully restring his crossbow, but that is his action to do that.
Can you check see if he's blown back?
Yeah.
It has no in-game effect really. I just want to see him plastered against the back wall by
Yeah, no, he's fine. I get the feeling like he's staying, like, basically just poking his head out into the wind. He's like, no, I do not want to go into the tunnel. Grokash.
I was going to try and ride the wind down, but this can't move forward, so I guess I'll just...
Miss.
How rude. Aka!
Oh, that'll hit. He is looking weak.
So weak that he would be immediately blown back by a gust of wind, right?
Not that. No.
Nimiel. Nimiel's gonna be ready to swing at the guy in front of her should he succeed in stepping.
Okay.
That's it.
Nimir?
So this from Pook. So
From Pook.
this spot
And it's,
right here.
No, it's 10 foot wide.
Okay, so that's all right.
The whole corridor is.
So in order, if she doesn't drop her sword and shield, she's got to take a full.
No, basically,
Or
if you're
halberd.
it'd be it's a bonus action to change your weapons if you're like stowing them. The way I normally run it is it's a bonus action to stow your weapons, bring out another one, or a free action to just drop your weapons and draw another one. That's the way I normally run it.
So unless you've got a bonus action to take.
Yeah, because that's how I used to do it in LARP. I used to carry a lot more weapons than I needed, and if I knew that I could stash one weapon and get another one out in less than 6 seconds, and in significantly quicker than that, I could just dump one and draw something else. So
Okay,
I base a lot of these
for
things
now-
off of my own personal capabilities.
For now, I'm just gonna have her just the Raggedy before. She'll go ahead and keep sword and shield up and just be prepared to. And yeah.
So she's staying ready. Okay, Pook.
Was it my turn?
Yes.
I'm going to take a second swing at this guy with my quarterstaff. Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently so.
Get
Okay.
good, scrubs.
Wow. What's the sound?
Pook is going to remain where he is.
I don't know.
It's coming
What's
from
that?
Jasper.
Oh,
Sounds like a fan or something.
no, there's a kettle probably about 30 feet away through 2 doors.
Do they actually
Great.
lose the? Just think of it. Do they
I
lose
want
their
that
turn
kettle.
when they
That
get
thing could, like,
knocked back?
win a war.
Yeah,
Something
I mean,
about
like,
15 feet of movement. Down.
it's basically like a hot tub for making tea. It's not. It's just a normal kettle.
Oh, right,
Doors
yeah,
are
so
open.
they
but I mean,
basically they can move back to where they were. It just takes them like double movement.
Yeah,
essentially.
basically that was the
Yeah.
idea of me taking a step back. Is they just
Yeah. Okay.
we
So
have this hilarious thing.
he's gonna move back to there, and he's gonna attempt to have at you again with his scimitar.
And I have a
and-
wapow.
Wow.
It'd be great. Now would be great time for
What is your
Fine.
what's your AC?
11.
Meets beats. You've taken 2 points of slashing damage.
Oh, good. So I was not.
Scratch.
Do you remember the it's like the opening scenes, like the opening intro bit for Dawn of War 2, where the Eldar is zapping the Space Marine with the Eldritch Lightning, and then the Space Marine just like lunges forward and just about manages to clip it with the chainsword. This guy just did that to you with the scimitar. He's been knocked back by the wind, just lunges forward, and just about manages to nick you like on the back of your hand or something.
Okay.
Let's have that concentration check to see if 2 points of slashing damage, which by the way was a critical fail on the slashing damage, essentially in terms of like he rolled a 1 for slashing damage.
So concentration check. Remind me, I've made one.
It's a concentration check is a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
So it's 1, right?
No, it's no.
Whichever is higher.
No.
1.
No.
It's always higher.
But yeah, no, you say you're fine. You managed to maintain. It's like that's that really horrible paper cut that actually does quite a significant chunk of your health because you don't have many hit points. But horrible paper cut. Roland Hammer is going to take sight on the one in front of him again.
Does he get advantage because the wind is blowing the bolt towards them?
No, because shooting into that sort of wind from either direction, you lose a lot of accuracy. So all I'm doing is I'm not harming him for it. He just does. Technically, he should have disadvantage, but I'm not doing that to him.
Doesn't matter anyway.
He actually does. That bolt does snick past the guy's bicep as it wickers down the hall. And it is then the turn of this guy, who is going to lean out of cover with his crossbow, and he's just going to fire it randomly down the hall, hoping for the best, because he's firing into the wind. So, well. Yeah, we'll roll d6 to see where it's going first. Okay, so it's going for Roland Hammer, lol. So
I did since I kind of called it late to utilize my reaction on the fighting style protection.
It's not worth it. He's got disadvantage anyway.
You also used it on Pook.
Okay, that's what if I had actually used
you did.
Okay.
The guy rolled like an effective 19 and an effective 11. So let's see whether or not this crossbow bolt hits. It actually does punch into Roland Hammer's armor and deals 5 points of damage to him. Evidently, somehow managed to hit a slipstream through the wind. Gurakash.
I'm going to hit him this time. Last time I missed, this time I'm not. Yeah.
That is indeed a hit, and it is enough to finish him off.
Eat a dick, nerd.
The body slides away in the wind.
Yeah, but
I also want to try and... So I'm going to move up and ride the wind as I lunge at this motherfucker.
I mean, with a polearm, did you need to?
Say again?
The butt strike,
don't need
yeah,
to.
you do. The glaive regular attack is 10 foot, but the polearm bonus attack has only got a 5 foot reach.
Oh,
What?
it says
Does it
10
really?
foot on his thing.
Yeah,
Does it really?
It should only have a 5 foot reach. It makes sense for doing it. I may have me misremembering that. I know that's definitely been imposed on me before when I was using a glaive.
Oh,
Mentally, it definitely makes sense because, like, isn't your hand held further down the shaft of the form?
No, but just a second. I'll look it up, but I'm happy to change it.
Is that a feat? Is it?
Yeah, polearm
No,
master.
it doesn't say that. It just says you make an extra attack. The
Yeah.
damage die is D4, and it's bludgeoning.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it has a 5 foot range.
Alrighty.
Just because it makes it you don't hold your glaive or many pole arms in the middle.
Maybe you don't, coward.
Well, no, I'll tell you why you don't. Because if you do hold it in the middle, you don't get the full reach and actual strength and power of the blow, which means you hand it like a pussy, bitch. Trust me, I use one. I've done this for about 5 years. It was painful, so painful. It'll never leave me. Memories. Fucks your arms up. Really fucks your arms up. God, I wish it didn't fuck your arms up.
Does it fuck your arms up?
It does. It
Just as a
really
question.
fucks your arms up, and I really wish it didn't fuck your arms up.
Unclear.
Oh god, see, the man who fucks your arms up.
Wait. So to confirm, it does fuck your arms.
No, it's absolutely fine. Oh god, no. Alright, Nimriel, what would you like to do?
Stepping into that wind. Like, this is gonna push me, right?
No, it won't. It's
It's basically you're stepping into it, aware of it. It's like basically the way I'm seeing it in my mind is like you step into it, kind of knowing about it, knowing that it's there, and then on your next turn, it's like, are you able to maintain your balance? Because you don't start your turn having to deal with it. It's only when you then start in your turn dealing with the buffeting effects of the wind. I mean, every time I just step into a wind tunnel, the moment I step in, I'm okay. It's then for like approximately 6 seconds after I step in is when I start losing my capability to stand up.
And
I feel like if Pook is ever caught in the effects of gust of wind, he should have to do the test at disadvantage just because he's so small and light.
No,
Is
but
that-
because I'm so
and-
small, the wind affects me less. I have less surface area.
Yeah, I feel like unless he gets like climbing pitons or something.
So does this guy explode?
He gets destroyed.
Yeah. Ooh.
Namir.
So Pook's still holding the spell, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it doesn't really affect you.
Unless you like
She's-
dive over his head.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should
Here,
move your
mister.
full movement and then... No, seriously, this is amazing. You should move your full movement and then ready in action to attack an enemy that is within range of you, and then deliberately fail your saving throw against the gust of wind.
But she won't.
Nice.
It won't take into account the held action because
I know,
the saving throw.
I just realised that.
I was like, that's a
awesome.
yeah. It is good. I was like, this is a really good. Won't work. Shit. My brain was following through at the same time as you were. I was like, yeah. No.
Oh no, that won't work.
She
It
is
was an
gonna
awesome
go
one.
ahead and move forward. Yeah, she does have her attack ready and all that.
I just like the fact that
I
like
don't
she
know what the wind's
just
gonna do to her.
stops next to the pillar, wraps tail around pillar, hopes for best.
But yeah,
Uh,
hell yes for Mr. Crossbowman.
Crossbowman. He's a friend of BoJack Horseman. Pook, what would you like to do?
Pook is going to dispel his gust of wind now. And he's going to step to here, and he's going to cast Chill Touch on that dude.
That's unfortunate.
I have terrible rolls tonight.
Pardon me.
bit.
I'm gonna have a +6 to that roll, man.
I know, it's crazy. 12. Okay, so this was saying you hit an unintended random target, randomize all combatants within 10 feet, and roll a second attack roll.
I mean, it's not going to hit anyone behind me, is it? Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, it says within 10 feet.
Yeah, but I mean, legitimately, I'm
Well, I'll tell you
I'll
what I'll do is roll a d6, and what I've done in my head I've set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll a d6, and then if it's against one of the people behind you, we'll do it at disadvantage. As in the attack will be done at disadvantage for the ability to hit them. Basically, essentially, it's giving them advantage against it. Essentially, so that's Nemea.
Of course it is. Who else would it be?
Yeah. Grokash is 1 and 2, Nimriel is 3 and 4, and Nemea is 5 and 6. So roll the attack again.
Oh, he's out of it. Yeah. Okay.
No, you now watch the crit come up.
Yeah. Now here's the crit.
Nah, she's okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah. She'll touch himself. Is that like the same sort of thing where like you lay on your left arm for a little while? Is that what you're getting at, Paul?
No.
To Paul.
You see, one's a necromantic spell and the other's masturbation. I can see where you get those two things.
But which one's which? And how much does it fuck my arms?
We'll never know. We will never know.
Roland Hammer is going to fire a crossbow bolt down the length of the tunnel. And pin the guy to the wall. Oh shit, no, because the hunter's mark damage doesn't take effect. So yeah, it's just 5 points of piercing damage then, okay.
Which means he's only got 6 life left. Get him! Not again.
Suddenly he has 60 left.
He quickly drinks a potion.
He eats a mushroom and grows to twice his original size. And now can
But he like flashes between small and double, small and double, small and double. Because you've got to do it properly if you're going to eat the potion. Eat the potion, eat the mushroom, I should say. The tunnel echoes to the sound of. He takes one hit. Who's he going to go for? Who's he going to go for? Who's he going to go for? Who's he going to go for?
Now we're in it, tunnel.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Things are getting scary. There is walking mushrooms. And flipping turtles. And I don't know where to go with the rest of the song.
He's firing this back, all the way back at Roland Hammer. Not deliberately firing at Roland Hammer, I just randomised where he's firing again because he's kind of panicking. Let's see whether or not he actually defeats Roland Hammer's armour, shall we? Fuck yes he does, Jesus Christ. This guy can roll to hit amazingly, he just can't roll any fucking damage. Poor guy. He's like MVP on this bandit team. And it's just not working out for him.
As the bandits go so far, being the MVP is not so hard.
True. Mind you, as you guys go so far, being MVP isn't that hard either. Shots fired, shots fired.
Got him.
Grokash.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's so far away.
So far away. He's moved that far away far too long.
Fuck
You
it,
don't
I'm
have
just gonna
to
dash
waste
towards
that
him.
extra movement unless you could have just moved through Nemea.
Either way, I wasn't gonna make him.
Did you
So
just?
I'm just gonna charge at him.
Okay, so you just run at him going, ah!
That is correct.
Where's my fucking goat?
Nimriel. I was going to move into there. Nimriel, it's your turn.
Alright,
one
that's
then.
such a shame. Let's see, 50. Oh, shite. There we are, just gonna stop there. I'm glad.
Nimriel.
Show charge. And is she or
You-
attempt to bap the
you-
crossbowman?
You can give him a boopin, but it'd be at a disadvantage because you're kind of doing it like, around a corner, and it's not a clear attack. That is enough to hit him though, and that is enough to finish him off.
Yay! We win. What loot do we get?
Nice.
No loot.
Mia's gonna wipe off her.
As the last one falls, the bodies begin to glow slightly and evaporate into the stuff of magic, melting away.
Cowards.
Is this because I put armor on last time?
Are we out of initiative order?
You are out of initiative order, yeah.
Well, we both did. She responds.
If you are searching the boxes and the rooms and stuff, you'll find that whilst there are things like boxes, there is nothing in the boxes. It appears that there is. It's like they've increased the texture settings on the map this time. You know.
There was a teleporty pad over here.
Well, there was a teleporty pad.
Bonsai!
Grokash going straight through.
Oh god.
Fuck's sake.
So,
Shines Nimrael, anything?
She just shakes her head. Continuing. And a halfway dance with the sword over her shoulder.
Where did Grokash go? She asked.
Well, I screamed
no, we
Bonsai
are.
before diving through after saying there's a teleporty pad.
Who's going to follow
Yeah, she said that
Grokash?
in-
Nimriel has already, like, have already done that. She's already followed.
Nimriel's going to go in afterwards.
Who has quaffed
Thank you for that,
a
Paul. Thank you for them biddies, mate.
potion?
Who's quaffed a potion? Cool. Who's going in
Nimmy
after
is
Nimriel?
running after, so I guess she'll be third. Play.
Okie dokie. I think Roland Hammer's going to be sauntering along behind Namir. Is
It's gonna be
Pook
chat
bring-
those boxes.
is Pook going to try and get ahead of him, or
Which way am I going? Sorry. I was
south?
quaffing Potions.
South,
South.
through the portal.
South. I'm
Follow the
going south.
bonsai.
Hang on. No, I don't think Pook is going to race Roland Hammer.
Okie dokie.
He'll just trip him up along the way. No, it won't. Yeah, Pook will
Bear
go last.
with me just a second. I just need to change something quickly. Sorry, hold on a sec. What are you doing, Roll20? Why aren't you loading this up? Moment mal bitte.
Weeble and Bob have taken over the controls.
It'll do anything for Harry Lee.
Right. Kitty pokes. So Pook and Minepin bringing up the rear, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I will move your view to here. Now, who's ready for just a tiny little touch of PTSD?
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
oh,
Is it gonna be fucking maze?
oh dear God.
Oh, there goes Grokash.
Where am I? There I am.
Where am I?
And who's next in? Nimrio?
Nimriel, yeah.
I can't. Oh, yeah, again, don't worry.
Oh god. Droopy face.
Who is Namir? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Droopy face.
Cry.
Droopy
Okay.
face.
Okay, she's out of the way. She says, fuck.
What? And last but not least, Pook and Runepin together.
It's time for Moonepin to shine.
Now,
Hmm.
I do actually on this one. I will actually need you all to give me an initiative roll. And all will become clear.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a disadvantage.
Yes, keep
Yeah.
the good rolls coming.
It still would have been the
Still-
it still would have been the first roll, so making a difference on that one.
Okay, I changed it back to normal.
You attempted to use roll command looking for the value of
Make sure you have your make sure you have your token
Right.
selected.
That is a smart move.
A little bit, occasionally, a little bit of a dick end, aren't you?
Listen, yeah. Oh.
What'd you say about my sister?
She's a well-respectable woman.
How dare you? Mm-mm-mm. And I did that without having Golden Hammer selected. No wonder it didn't do anything. Fuck's sake. Thought I had him selected. It did not have him selected, so he should be on 9. Okay. Is that right for him? No, that's not right for him. Why's it done that? Oh, stupid thing, that's why. Duh! I'm being clever, me. Boom, there we go. Let's give him an 11. That works. Oh, kitty poke, 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 pokes. So, first person to begin navigating around this place is Grokash.
Go
Now,
forward.
well,
Oh.
I'll tell you what you see in this place. By the way, it is somewhat familiar tunnels. The tunnels themselves are approximately 5 foot wide. They arc. The walls are completely straight, going up for again about another 5.5 feet, and then they start to slope in up to like a pointed roof top area. So they have a total height of about 10-11 feet.
Ooh.
So that's what these tunnels. That's how these tunnels are laid out.
I go forward 1. To the left 1.
And that was the last we saw of him.
And then up. 3.
We don't full 30 feet. Oh my god.
And now it's time to split the party. Nimrio, your turn. Where are you going? These I can
Go
fair.
up.
I think we
Nimrio
can
turns.
fairly well trust Ty to split the party.
Go up, 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 up.
We should probably have somebody follow after Grokash. Don't know if we should go as one group. in one
Bugsy,
direction.
not me. I going this way.
No. She just says that, and then
So
Makes her
we should
response.
probably have someone follow
Runs
Grokash
off
and just
in a random
no,
direction.
it's like, we should probably have someone following Grokash and just like just stares at everyone, slowly puts her finger on her nose, waits for everyone else to notice.
yeah, kind of waiting for people to respond.
Would you like to move anywhere with your turn?
Well, I mean, if she
Can
can
they respond
respond, she'll
before we do?
respond.
You guys can respond to that.
I think we should try to move as an entire group instead of splitting off at any point, since splitting off gets us in big trouble.
The holes are
Teleportation.
fucking
The
hell.
teleportation circle stops
Unfortunately-
glowing, by the way.
Unfortunately, Grokash has already charged off. However, I would recommend using the Eyes of Menepin to explore our surroundings first.
Fine. With that, Nemriel's gonna go chase after Grokash.
Well, I was
Okay,
trying
so walk.
to have to go first, but Grokash went the fuck off, and she says "fuck off" real loud.
Smart. Smart. I think
6
that's enough
seconds
movement.
worth of walking.
Hey man, Nemriel was on her own planet, okay? She was about to do the exact same thing until you fucked off. And that's it. And it's 10.
Okay. Ty, I'm going to give you temporary control of Roll and Hammer. Just because
Alright.
you of all of us here, you probably know Sean best.
Take that nerd.
I mean, I know his character's pretty much him. He'd fucking kill me if he ever said it. Maybe, I don't know actually.
Okay, so
Oh, he's next, is he?
yes.
Right then. Would he be trying to remain in good graces, even though I really don't think he likes Pook? I know he doesn't like Nimriel.
That's a safe assumption for most people. They don't
Is he?
like
Is
it.
he? Would he? Like, why would he not follow the group though?
Because he's
What
an
has he done
idiot.
so far? What have you seen him do so far? I've never seen him follow when there was will to do otherwise.
I haven't seen him put
Uh,
himself in excessive risk. for
We'll
no
leave him there
reason
for now.
either, though.
We'll leave him there for now. He's just gonna.
Do you
sort of
remember
sit
the
on
part
us.
where we went up against the bandits and he just walked into the middle of them trying to? I mean, did you miss that part?
Yeah, but there's a
He's-
reason for it.
Do you just stay in there then, yeah?
Yeah, for now. He's just gonna hold.
Okay.
I guess under the pretext he's not sure if people are gonna split up or all go in one direction.
Nimia.
Well, Nemia is also torn. Doesn't want Grokash and Nimrael get screwed over.
Oh, hang on. Pook's not in the list.
Oh,
Should be. I rolled initiative.
I see him as 11. Or is that
Yeah,
rolling hammer?
that's.
Roll and Hammer's
Oh, no,
11.
that's rolling hammer.
I'll roll it again.
What did it roll? I just add it in manually.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Actually, I can't see it. Or maybe I didn't have my token selected. Sorry. I thought it actually did it. There you go.
Oh, that's right. That's kind of convenient.
What's the alternative?
Do
to...
if you want to do your turn now, quickly, Pook.
Okay. So Pook will sit cross-legged on the floor, enter into the eyes of Munepin. We'll start off by flying off to the east. One second. Sorry, I'm having to manually scroll down. Let me just get a quick look at where that is. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's Pook's done.
Okay. So then, Nimia.
Is Torn seeing Pook do the thing he does? She's going to step. And she's going to say to Nimrael and hopefully Grokash, you're probably going to bring something back. Bring it back here. And she's going to stay here and
Guard Pook?
yeah. But so I guess she's got to help.
Oh.
I was actually just thinking that was a really good idea if we had him do bird farm while someone stays guard
Yeah, that is a good idea.
and have a scout party too.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I love splitting the party. Woo!
Oh, oh.
So
yeah,
fucking board game.
Guard.
It's alright. After living in the city, Rockash has learned mazes. He is the
Rockash.
maze master.
Let's see that, shall we?
No, he's not.
3, 4. I yell out that I'm going east at the like junction, the first turn. Actually, I'll just stop here. I'll wait.
Right there, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly, specifically right there.
Yep.
Cool. Just checking. Nimriel, your turn.
Creepy. She follows on. Wait, he didn't go past her, right?
No.
No. It's 15. And
Yep.
just gonna step a little
Hello.
bit past him and pause.
Oh,
Trying not to make much noise.
so you're gonna stop there instead?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
And it kind of sounded like there was a buzzsaw in his background. You know, I'm not concerned the wall might try to cut me in half. No.
What's that thing about
Trying to
Peninsula
psych
Man
us
again?
out. Don't worry about it.
Roland Hammer, your turn. Well, Ty, Roland Hammer's turn.
Right at this point, I will actually imagine Roland Hammer will not want to stick around being boring, and try to follow. He's not gonna stay in where they went. So, do you want to roll some dice or something for this?
No, it's up to you. I mean, I think we've all
It's
got
not
a pretty
my
good.
prioritize.
Well, I mean, you guys are kind of like making you guys are making noise, so it's gonna.
Yeah.
And you're not that
Yeah, I
far
mean,
away.
I was
you're,
just
you're not
yelling.
far enough away that the distortion of the tunnels is going to cause that much of an issue at the minute. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Pook.
Okay, so Pook will continue seeing the eyes through the world of Munepin.
Seeing the eyes through the world of Munepin.
Yep. Sorry, did I stutter?
Goes. Okay. I thought you had some more movement. That's what I was asking.
So what does Munepin see?
He sees a suit of armor.
Okay. That's his turn.
Okay.
He moves 12 squares, he can move 60
Yeah.
feet, I think.
Nemia.
Is going to just move in closer proximity to Pook, and she's going to so I guess ready to action. I know ready to action is kind of like attack in your space, but can she?
Yeah, you can.
Zone of
You can.
control.
You can. You. Yeah. So I get. I get what you're up to. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Action to attack in that case, then. If she sees something that's not party members.
Okay. Grokesh.
I'm just gonna ask how far down that pathway goes that fucking Ty was looking at.
What, he's asking Nimriel?
Yeah. How far south does that path go that you can see?
She sort of has a look, slightly like, tilting her back to see if she can see any further down the side of it, and just shrugs, shaking her head. I
Useful.
don't know. It depends. Twice, possibly.
Alright. I'm gonna head north. 2. Oh, yay. And I'm gonna dash. Oh. That's really unfortunate. Thus endeth the turn.
The stream view is somewhat interesting, not gonna lie. No.
Well then, she's just going to continue following. Oh god, what the hell? Where did he go?
What?
Was I stood here or here? Here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? How did you not know where I went?
Seems
It's only a
to be on that
path
side.
way.
Yeah, I just can't
Oh
see it.
god,
that's all.
does the... Oh, okay, I was gonna say fucking...
The
does
walls change?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. It did it again. Why is it doing that? I keep getting dropped out of the Roll20 session.
It's weird.
It is weird. I'll move Rolling Hammer now when I get back in. Strange things.
Go.
I assume you can still hear them moving, right?
The list. Yep. This it's your turn at the minute still, unless you finish.
No,
your
I was
going.
done. No, I was done.
Okay.
That's as far as I could move. That's why I said it.
Okay. Cool.
That's 10, 15. I'm kind of given dead end on one side. There we are.
Hook.
I'm shredding mobiles.
Oh, he has. Sorry, moving back 5. He has less movement than I do, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Just imagining this from both Roland Howard's and Emil's perspective and Gore Crash's. I don't think any 3 of them can see each other.
Pook.
I've been yelling. You still don't around.
Okay. So Munepin is going to continue.
I need to stop there. Actually, I need to go back to the junction. Just there. Yeah.
There?
Yes. And you need. I need a save from Munepin.
Kind of safe.
Oh shit.
There's a trap.
Dexterity save, please.
Could I ask a favour? Would you be able to open his character sheet and roll it, because it's going to be so difficult on this?
Yeah, I can do
Laptop.
that for you.
Thank you.
Character sheet. So boom. And with a 9 is not enough to save.
Oh.
What? How is this? If it's a trap, how is it triggered?
Maybe motion sensors. Maybe a cord in the sky.
It's like one of those sticky fly trap things.
Like a razor wire.
Munepin is part moth, and they put up a candle. No, I didn't say it was a trap. But it's how many hit points
trap.
does Munepin have?
How many what?
How many hit points does
Hit points.
Munepin have?
It's less
think-
floral.
Yeah. He has died.
No, he doesn't die. He winks out of existence.
Yes. In so much as he can die, he has died. That's why I was kind of like he has
What
died?
did I see in his last moments of existence on this plane?
Nothing.
Ooh.
So
I'll let you do. I'll let you do a perception check. Does he have his own perception check? I can't remember.
it would be perception through Munepin's eyes, because I'm
Yeah, so
essentially
it's
his eyes.
his
so-
perception check.
and he gets advantage on it. He gets advantage on perception check.
Just roll that one again.
Boosh.
My boy.
I will
My boy Munepin.
whisper something to you.
Okay.
Where are you, my friends? Where have you gone? 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 Where have you gone?
Might be easier just to whisper it to Westlaw rather than trying to type out /W Armistead or Gibedo Poop.
No, I'm going to send it to you via Discord.
You actually don't even
Oh.
have to do that. Like, you could type /whisperpook and it would bring it up.
Yep.
Have you sent it yet? Because I've not got it.
Not yet, no.
That's okay then. I just didn't know whether my connection was just awful.
I was wrong. /wpook does not work. I'm a liar.
Oh,
Liar!
Oh, you have to do, I guess for you, you have to type one of the letters in Almastar.
okay, I've got that.
God damn, it's gonna take me like, oh, what's that? 1, 2... 2 turns of dashing to get to anywhere useful.
Our mages have detected a scrying
Kev, thank you for that host, my friend. Good to see you, buddy. And winks out his existence. There we go. Nemea.
She can see a change in Pook, right? Because, like, I guess his eyes.
I imagine they'd that you'd see him sort of like.
What's wrong? What's happened? And she's like, she's on alert, but
Munepin found something. It will take me some time to summon him again.
what did he find?
I'm unsure. Whatever it was to the south and it consumed him.
Okay, she'll go ahead and move towards the south, and she'll post
I
up
wouldn't.
here. Wait, I'm not going any further. She's just ready where she is. And
Whatever it was, it engulfed the corridor in totality. You wouldn't be able to move past it.
I'm not going anywhere. God damn it!
Good.
And she's
Yeah, calm your
attack.
tits, fuck.
she's not. If it Grogash and Nimrel, she would have run, but not Nippin. Fuck the bird.
Whoa!
It is just a bird. Come on, calm down.
Oh, Mr. Wolfie.
Man.
Oh,
It's just a fucking goat, mate.
That was the
I'm
joke.
gonna burn
God
this.
damn it. The humor's
I haven't seen that one actually. It's one of the ones I need to get around to watching. There's also the both the Sips of Fate seasons are on Netflix. I need to try and catch that as well if I can. So that's Grokash.
Having reached a dead end, I'm going to sprint back the way I came.
Sprinting through closed
Ooh.
tunnels, super safe.
5. Excuse me. 6.
Hot copy coming through.
What the fuck?
Ah! And I jump over the ugly dwarf.
Boot to the head.
The apple snack bar. Nimrel.
As I run past, I say, nothing there.
She rolls her eyes and follows.
That's cool, man.
Get more hype.
Almost knocks the dwarf over herself. That'll be. Wait, that's the wrong one. Wait, controller 2 is not good. Fucking way. And stops here. looking back and forth and back at Grokash. That's it.
Good okay.
And Roland is confused and sort of like halfway cursing,
There we
and
go.
then takes a look around the corner, and then looks back at those guys, and is thinking they're fucking with him. That's it.
Okay. Pook?
I'm just very quickly looking up how long it takes to cast a ritual.
Rituals
minutes, I think.
usually take 10 minutes to cast a ritual, usually.
Yeah.
I think for summon familiar is, or from find familiar, whatever the fuck it is.
I think it's so long as it you don't need to actually create a new one. I think you can
Oh, okay.
you can re-summon it with an action. But I think if it gets destroyed or dismissed or it basically in any way you are actually generating a new one, I think you need to do the full ritual again.
I'm just checking
Okay.
that up. Right.
It was fine familiar, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Casting time is 1 hour. It's a ritual. It reappears. It reappears after you cast a spell again. So yes, this particular ritual is a 1 hour ritual. I think it's because some spells can be cast as a ritual instead of
Yeah.
casting as an
Yeah.
action.
Yeah.
And that's
they
where
can
the
all-
whole 10 minutes, like identify is quite a common one for that, where people do it on their on short rests and stuff. But yes,
Right. If we are to venture south, I would
gonna
recommend
sit
gathering
there
the
for
full
1,000
party
turns.
first.
So what would Pook like to do for now then?
He's going to mourn the loss.
Nemir, where have the others gone?
They went that way, and she points to the north.
Good. I see our plan to stay together as a team has worked out wonderfully. Are they coming back or?
I don't fucking know. I told him bound back.
I apologise. I presumed there was a plan. Of course.
Pick's such a fucking bitch.
Right. Well, despite any other options, I feel we must follow them north. Other than that, it will be waiting until we hear the screaming and then following them north.
Is he gonna go ahead and move?
Yeah.
or-
Sorry, it takes me a while on this
Oh, okay.
thing. Okay, that's me.
Oh shit! I don't know what direction they went. Fuck.
Hmm.
Can she listen?
Yeah, you can hear
commotion.
a lot of voices coming from that direction.
Okay, all right. Her last 5 feet, she's not gonna dash.
Okay.
So that's it. Or I guess can she have a prepared action to attack if something comes that is not a party member?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, so.
Ah, it's Grokash! Ah!
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna like just dash past again.
So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to do one more lap down the turn order, and then we're going to end the thing. And I'm going to need to then tomorrow morning I'm going to need to download this episode from Twitch because the recording didn't start for some strange reason today. Don't know why, so it's going to be a little bit of an annoying one. But we need to get this downloaded and then upload onto to YouTube as well to go with the playlist. But there we go. It is what it is. But yes, so this will be our last trip down the turn order, and then we're going to go pass on the love. Grokash.
I'm going to continue running. 3, 4. Oh. 5. And I'll stop here and wait for them to
Right
catch
there,
up.
yeah?
Yep.
Oh, fucking hell, there he goes again. Nimril will continue following.
So I was. It's even funnier now that Unknown Souls in the chat because I was fucking with him so much the other day. The amount of times I was asking him if he was going to just stop exactly where he was stopping. Brilliant fun. Brilliant fun.
Hammer will do the same as well, so attempting to follow. Wait for me, some incoherent dwarf yelling. Shit.
I did have to do it to you, obviously.
The worst part is I've actually tried to remember the layout.
Generally, I've got an idea of it, even though I didn't see what you saw. But I do know which one's no-go.
Okay, Pook is going to, I think, follow in the steps of Namir.
I'm very aware of like negative spaces because of the fact that I've done DMing and I've built mazes and stuff in the past. So I'm very aware of negative spaces. So whenever I'm in a game where the players end up being put in a maze, I'm just like, yeah, I'll find my way through this. Being able to extrapolate maze space. That's what I'm planning for you, Kevin. That's what I'm planning.
Okay, that's Pook done.
Okey-dokey.
Continue northward. 5, 10.
Northward.
Okay, and Roland Hammer. Where are they?
Alright.
I don't know.
that kind of information will cost you.
Fucking.
Oh, that ain't here!
That will
That's your
cost you
point.
some iron for me to make armor from. Oh yeah, that was that was quite funny when the last session he was in. The session before last, Kevin managed to. He was stood behind the druid in bear form, fired off Scorching Ray, and 2 of the Scorching Rays were critical fails. It was straight up the arse of the druid in bear form.
Nice.
It was quite comical. And that is us then. Back to the top of the turn order, so we're going to stop here. And just so you sneaky, cheeky little peoples cannot try and sneak around the dungeon any further, I'm going to move it back over here, so between sessions you can't go exploring the dungeon.
I wouldn't have
Alright,
thought to do that, but
Me
Yeah,
neither.
that's-
Then you said
now I have.
7.
It's still barely
It's
within my
it's
scope.
We're
almost
good people.
it's almost
Good
like
people.
it's almost like I have done this sort of thing before and learned from past mistakes.
It
Almost.
sounds like you've done it before. Some GM was like leaving you alone, and you're like, "Nah, I'm gonna fuck his shit."
Well-
Look at the entire map.
That does sound sinister.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong because that is also where I picked it up. So I've been both the good boy and the bad boy in that one. So yeah, I am not as innocent as others in that regard, but I didn't make use of the information that I had. I saw the danger that was before the party that I was in at the time. I was like, oh, this is going to be fun. And I didn't capitalise on it. We ended up still going that way because I wasn't the party leader. I was just curious what was going on. I wasn't the party leader, and the party leader who's taking us was like, okay, we're gonna go this way. And internally I was like, ah, oh, for fuck's sake. And externally I was like, right behind you, boss. Draw sword. And we triumphed. We triumphed. But yes, let us now go and see. Let's go see Buckley. So it's
Okay, so I'm going to make some tracks. So thanks for tonight.
nice. See you later, my friend.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.
Now, before I press go on this bit, actually, there will not be a session next week. There will be no streams at all next weekend. As from the 13th through the 15th, I shall be at Hyper Japan, a big old convention thing in London, which is starts on the Friday, finish on the Sunday. I don't know yet. I still can't remember yet whether we come back the Sunday night or the Monday morning. But there are going to be a load of ETNL people there, including several people who play in the Sunday and Monday games. Jem's going to be there with me, obviously. Kev's going to be there as well. So if you are going to be in the region of London, and are at all interested in Japanese popular culture, then by all means swing by, say hello, and tell us that you love us, and like you can have a handshake or a hug or whatever, whatever. I don't mind. I don't care. I'm cheap. Yes. Love you very much. See you next time. Bye bye, kids. See you.
Bye.
But,
Right, I am gonna get off.
All right.